Hi everyone. Welcome back to Counting Thoughts, where we are counting one thought at a time. We are your hosts, Yasha and
Hi.
Anmol.
Hi people. So welcome to season 2. As you can see, we are taking our podcast a step further, and we'll be recording videos, as you can see, along with audios.
Woohoo!
We're still figuring this out, but then yeah, let's just take it one step at a time. So yeah, and we also wanted to ensure that the connection that we've built with everybody stays. So and stays and goes a step further. So we would want to bring more wholesome, inclusive content this season. So get ready for that as well.
Yes, and I cannot wait to begin with this season. We have been procrastinating for almost, I think, 2 months.
You,
I have
you.
Me, the overthinker in me, I have been procrastinating for over 2 months now.
So yeah, I think after that very chaotic intro, so let's introduce the first topic of the season, which is
Which is drum rolls. I cannot do, but this is how we used to do drum rolls.
a quick hint. So we're talking about
Social trends.
nothing. So okay, yeah, we're
It
talking
is,
about
it is. Social media is so hyped right now, so it had to be our first topic that we speak about.
yeah. So social trends is something that we're going to talk about. But that reminds me, what about the ritual? What are you going to Google today?
Of course, I think we are going to quickly go ahead and Google the social trends because I want everyone to be technically aware about what we are talking, right?
Okay.
Like they say, knowledge is power,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You? Yes,
So
it is.
actually showing you, the entire process, right? So here, wait. Yes, okay. This one is suits well. Okay. So most people have seen some kind of social trends. Like I said, social trends are activities in which society participates. Some trends last for years, and other just for a few weeks. Trends have been around since the beginning of human societies. Social trends are often the result of society's reaction to some aspect of cultural activities like your clothing or the genre of the music. Yasha not getting bored. While trends, have their own styles, people experience trends as a community. Engaging in trends can allow people to develop a sense of togetherness. The further explanation for this would be, for instance, in 1980s, brought in the neons and the big hair, and this is a stark contrast of 1960s, which brought in trends like miniskirts and flats and middle-parted hair, and some disco music, shoes with heels, even hairstyles like the Rachel hairstyle.
We are not going to get sucked into the whole.
Okay, so just one last thing. You remember Rachel used to wear this very famous lipstick? I don't.
वो brown, pink,
yeah.
that hue. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Apparently that was the most used
I know.
lipstick
I think
in the 90s.
Vogue also did a
Article on it. Yes.
I know,
Apparently it was
I don't know
wax
why I
about
read
it,
that,
if
but-
everyone or anyone is wondering. Me
Nobody.
being the Rachel fan.
Nobody.
Me being the Friends fan.
Let's not get sucked into this. But okay, so let's just decide like what trends that we're going to discuss. But apparently, trends can be everything and anything.
So let's discuss social trends. Let's discuss clothing, K-pop. Whatever comes to your mind first. Let's do a clothing thing, right?
Okay, cool. But I wanted to discuss, health trends and dating trends and stuff like that also.
We will we will come to that, but let's play a game before. Let's play a game like my favorite thing. We can begin with, because I am the younger one. I am me blackmailing Yasha.
Okay.
So let's say begin with fashion trends.
Okay.
I like the relevance of this is because I have prepared a list to discuss about the topics I want
I can
to
see.
discuss.
I can see.
Because Yasha thinks I'm not organized. I am trying to be
I know you are
organized.
not organized, but okay. Like, this
So-
is a good attempt.
Thank you. So the list, so the fashion trends basically are the popular trends and styles, like our clothings and accessories, everything that is going on in the moment. So thoda technical but micro trends such as tiny glasses, high-waisted things, and denim cycle, denim recycle, out of fashion, and a photo, as a matter of fact, for a few years or months, some sort of denims are in fashion, some sort of denims are not in fashion. Then if we go to macro
Trends.
yeah. So when you go to macro trend, they change over a longer period of time, and they have let's say more to do with our lifestyle.
Yeah,
So
you can say that.
demographic fashions, like the latest trends, like cut work is really in trend right now. Things like that.
Okay.
Right. So I have actually forecasted and googled the latest trends that will come in 2022 because I want to stay up to date, of course. So why not make it? Let's make a game out of it, like love it or hate it, the yay nay thing.
Okay.
Right.
So I have to yay it or nay it? Like,
Yeah, you have
I just to give my opinion.
whatever suits you the best. I'll give that to you.
Okay.
Whatever
So
suits you the best, whatever Yasha would think about it.
So according to me, if it's a yes or a no, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hope people don't come after me after this, but okay. Okay.
So because it is chilly, like you can see, it's winter here in northern
It has
India.
gotten better,
Yeah, it
but
has
it
gotten
is still wintry.
So let's begin with the wintry phase of the trends.
Okay.
So So faux leather. Where do you stand with it?
I don't own a lot of faux leather except a biker jacket maybe, but I would want to try leather pants that don't look like culottes on me. So the hunt is still on for pants that look like pants on me and which are faux leather. So if I find them, I'll try them and I'll let you know. But as far as faux leather jackets go, like, I'm cool. I have one. I think it's more of an essential when it comes to my wardrobe. So I've always had like some sort of faux leather jacket with, as far as I can remember, for the last decade at least.
Oh, all right. Okay. So where do you stand with, let's say?
So yay.
Yay. Okay, faux leather is yay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you stand with cardigans? Like
What's
cute, not cute, wait, like cardigans, uppers.
Cardigans, define cute cardigans.
Cute cardigans, like for me, a cute cardigan would be pinkish and floralish, or maybe a cute cardigan would be something that has a bow, or a cute cardigan that would have a tie-up.
I don't have a lot of cardigans. I have few very basic pastel shades, but then whatever I have is solid. So I am okay with cardigans as long as they're a solid color, like a solid peach or a solid black or
Just
something.
giving my yay opinion. I love layering, so I am going to give a yay for
Hi,
cardigans.
it's not a complete nay, but yeah, yay.
Yasha stands with, I
Yay.
think selectively.
Yay, selective yay,
selective
if that is
yay.
an option.
Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Let's say pleated midi skirts. Considering your height, no offense.
I am not that tall, but
Considering average Indian girls, you're taller, but that's a discussion for another day.
I love them. I don't own them. I would want to have one as soon as possible.
Where do you stand with knee-high flat boots? For everyone who's not watching it on YouTube, and of course, who's checking out our podcast, Yasha is showing off her footwear. Yasha was showing off just now her footwear. That this is where I stand with my knee boots.
I like them. I wear them. They are pretty much a winter staple for me because I want to stay warm. So yeah, and I have heels. Them. So yeah, flat boots. Yes, for me. Yay for me.
I somehow don't like flat boots because I need some sort of sole with the flat boot to
Sole ki heel.
Sole. I think I need some sort of sole, even if it's like a few centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from sport shoes, of course. Apart from sport shoes, I want some sort of sole in my footwear. I don't like flats. Maybe it's a height phobia or not. I am not sure, but
It's not that.
my ankles hurt.
Okay, fragile ankles
Yeah. Okay,
is
coming
the
back to
excuse.
the next. Oh yes, I love this. Colorful scarves. Where do you stand with that?
I still don't know how to wear them like the models do, like, tie them without looking like Dadi. Himachal thing, we used to tie them like a baby, and with on the head as well. We call it dhatu. So I personally don't know how to do that. Tie a scarf around my head and not feel like I am looking like Dadi. But for people who do, it's a very Paris thing to do, Parisian thing to do. Yes. So for people who can, like the models, hats off to them. I don't know, but I still own a couple of scarves. I tie them in my braid, or use to tie.
I used to do that in my college.
Yeah. So I use them.
Throwback 2013, 2016.
So yeah, so not a complete nay for me, like not as a headgear. I would rather use it like
Sometimes you like to
accessorize with it. Yes. So yeah.
Okay, so I think let's since we are towards the scarf area, let's move on to summerish outfits. Beginning with like lounge pants, like the one we can wear outside.
I am all in for anything that is comfortable. A lot of my denims, in fact, are very loungy, if you know. I don't. People are styling these lounge pants with heels and stuff like that. I haven't styled them with heels, like up until now, but I'd like to give that a try. Yeah. So
I love loungewear. Anything loungewear I can get.
I can see.
I love loungewear. Okay. Where do you stand with, let's say, mini skirts or mini pantsuits or something like that? Mini suits.
Mini suits.
Yeah.
Suits, very formal. Mini skirts.
Like summerish wear.
I don't know, like I like to see other people wearing mini skirts. Somehow I don't wear mini skirts myself.
You're not a fan.
I don't hate it, but I don't wear it because I feel I feel a little conscious. I don't know why is that, but then yeah, mini skirts is not something that.
So let's the next category.
I don't mind shorts though.
Yes, I love wearing shorts because you can it's very comfy.
It is comfortable, yes. So
skirts
shorts.
I could wear for 2 hours, 3 hours. After that I'm like, ugh.
No, I can wear skirts for longer, but then they need to be a certain length, and shorts any length. Hot pants to shorts to 3/4. Bring it on.
Okay, perfect. So what about, let's say, the next one? How about tech integrated fabrics, or
those very techno fabrics?
Yeah. The space age meets the age where athleisure.
Athleisure, yes. I am a very big advocate of athleisure because comfortable. Hence, me advocating athleisure. I think I would want to, if I wear something that techno, that sort of print, I think I would try to balance it out with something a little more plain. So like plain pants with something on the top.
Makes sense. Just to complement it and contrast it.
I've seen people go with a cord set also and pull it off like crazy.
I love cords. I'm going to make Yasha wear a cord set with me matching now because she has mentioned this.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So because matchy stuff fits together. So let's say, let's move to fabrics, like lace fabric. What do you think of that?
Ooh, I love it. I don't think you can go wrong with lace fabrics. No, actually, you cannot go wrong with it, but there's a mild chance that if you do go wrong with it, you will look like a dining table cover from the Victorian era. No offense.
But somehow I feel like lace fabric, or let's say satin dresses, like satin made fabric, they're very sexy somehow.
They are. There's a certain feminine
touch to it.
vibe.
Yeah, it's very feminine.
Yeah.
However, recently I saw, I don't know whose brand, Lady Gaga or Beyonce or some, I think Beyonce's new brand. It has introduced lace fabric loungewear for men.
Ooh.
You should check it out. Like, not you should, I think, because I've not seen it in that sense. I saw it and I was like, whoa, this is new.
I could. I don't mind shopping from the men's section also. I do that a lot. Not a lot, but quite some. Like, I do that.
I love stealing clothes from men. My brother is...
They're comfortable. They're
comfortable.
I know.
They sometimes they don't have... There are a few patterns that are available for men but not women. And it's gender centric and I don't know
Sampradayakta.
I don't know
Communalism.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's move on to keeping everything back to the topic. Let's say seductive silhouettes, or there are people who right now the midriff fashion is going on. What do you feel about that?
More power to people who can. I can't. I realize there are so much that I would like to see. I don't do. I don't know why that is. No, I mean, it's not a double standard. It's just that ऐसे मुझे लगता है you need to be really fit and have abs. I don't know why that's a limiting belief I have, that
No, because currently
people fitness is also a trend.
It's a trend, like fitness is fashion, and this is a trend that I genuinely want to believe, because struggles of trying to stay fit.
And I think it should stay. If this is a trend, I think this should stay.
This should stay.
Yes.
And it is a trend right now. Like, come on, like me being a Hrithik Roshan fan, in War, I saw this thing, but I'll just not go there right now.
Okay.
Topic for another day.
Okay, topic for another day.
Okay, so let's talk about 90s prints, because
what sort of
we are
prints?
90s
Children.
90s
What sort of
children? Let's say, I don't know, like what kind of prints do you like, or any print that you have in your mind?
I have a very pretty dragon shirt, which is also a men's shirt, by the way, that I've been eyeing. I think I ordered it also, so it's going to come soon.
I know.
I remember I showed you. Yeah,
It will feature soon.
So I think there are very particular prints that I like. I have checks and stripes in the name of prints, but then
do you like tiger prints? Like,
I do.
I don't know if it's visible. She likes tiger prints.
I am a fan of tiger prints. So there are very few prints that I would want, that I would say that this is something I like. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not against prints, just the print that I want. If that makes sense.
Okay. Next being, what do you feel about?
For me.
Yay. Okay. Yeah. Coming back to now. Yay. Okay. How do you feel about accessories? Because fashion is not complete without accessories.
What sort of accessories? Like as in handbag?
Like a handbag or some sort of bag.
I don't know how to pronounce baguette. Bags.
I have no idea.
So,
Cannot pronounce.
So those bags.
I'll Google how to spell it. Not right now, but I will.
Some sort of sling bags is also something that I would. I mean,
this pearl-based sling bag.
Art.
I have my eye on it. I'm never going to get it. I know.
But then yes. So I think any bag that is not very huge, but then at the same time would fit something in it, it'll have my vote.
You know, I saw this. Gigi Hadid had this very tiny.
I know that I think I
used to love it, but I used to think, like, what would you carry in that tiny bag?
But then, like
it's very fashionable. I'll give that to her. It's highly fashionable.
It is. So I think it depends on what you do. Like what she does, she will have she's going to have fashionable stuff. For me, utility, comfortable. So I think that's how my brain works.
I used to take, what I do is, even if I take a smaller bag, then I'm like a smaller shoulder bag or something, then I'm looking for my,
smaller wallets?
No, I'm looking for people around me and telling me, are you carrying a bigger bag? Even during weddings, I'm looking for someone who can put in, my, let's say, phone or my lipstick or anything in their pocket, because these small tiny bags, even though they are trending and very fashionable, they are not usable, I would say.
But yeah, I mean, I think bags for me is utility. So if I can use it, I use it.
Let's get to the next one. So, where do you stand with clogs? Platforms? Yes, clogs.
I think I would not wear them personally, but more power to people who can. So nay for me, but anybody who can, good for them. Like especially, I've seen models wear it. Obviously, a lot of K-pop songs also feature a lot of artists wearing platform heels and footwear.
Since you're talking about K-pop, where do you, let's say, stand with K-pop related social trends?
Okay, now we're talking
Me
about
getting the opportunity to slip this in.
Okay, we're talking about K-pop now. All right.
Yeah.
I think I the Korean wave has taken over. It's called Hallyu.
In Korean.
In Korean,
Okay.
and I think it's the past decade or so is what I mean when it started taking over. I mean, to give you a reference, what is the first song that is K-pop that you listen to, that you now know is K-pop?
I think Gangnam Style was the one that I heard. I did not know
I
that,
think
but now I know.
everybody
Gangnam Style.
we've listened to it like on weddings, on parties.
I danced it as a face off in Bluo and lost because I cannot do its signature step somehow.
Yeah, no, I cannot. I
cannot do the signature step somehow.
And it's easy. I mean, it looks easy. I don't know. So yeah, I think that
maybe someone will teach it to us post listening to this, hopefully.
Okay.
Us, yeah. Like what other, let's say, K-pop songs are there? Because being a non-K-pop.
There are a lot of songs that are K-pop, but you would not know that they are K-pop. For instance, you heard of that song, I Could Be Red, I Could Be Yellow.
Oh!
That is, could be any color you like. Yeah, so that is K-pop. I think
I did not know that.
there is this song, Wrap Me in Plastic, na 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 na, follow your design. Yeah, that is also K-pop. I think Wonder Take You Back Home is the name of the song, but the tune is very catchy. Na 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 na. Yeah, that.
These are very catchy songs. All the
They
K-pop
are-
songs
they
are
are-
very
they are.
catchy and, let's say, trending, especially in reels.
Apart from Reels, also there was Money by Lisa.
Yes.
I think there is Dynamite. There is Butter. There is
Like, of course. Like, I'm not living under a rock. I know at least about Butter. I heard it a lot of times. And Dynamite.
Okay. Yeah.
Those two Instagram, I heard it in the reel.
As well. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
trends,
Yeah.
trending
Yeah. Yeah. So those are the songs that are there, which are K-pop.
K-pop. So I think there are a lot of BTS songs that I've heard.
Because BTS is an undeniable
It's trending
phenomena
right now.
So it is also a social trend. BTS in itself has become a social trend, which is kudos to them and their hard work. I think apart from K-pop, I think Korea has also given us Samsung. Let's not forget, it has given
They
us
had a recent tie-up in February.
with who?
Samsung and
Okay. So I think there is with K-pop, I believe there is this culture of very funky mix of colors and trends, which I personally really like. That they have like all sort of funky colors, and people are
Colours and
and people are very
prints.
open, and they're very experimental about
I
it
think this is
also.
something that I adore about K-pop and, let's say,
The Korean culture in
the Korean culture,
as a
the
whole.
fashion sense, the clothing sense, all of those things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the men accessorizing, men wearing makeup.
Men, yeah, grooming themselves.
That's
I think I'm all in, and it's a big yay for me, because I think there are lip tints and face tints, and I love their hairstyles.
mm,
I love their hairstyles.
they're well groomed, to say the least. From outside,
Yeah.
they're well groomed. I
And
don't.
it's not only it's a social trend, but I think it's something that we should all look up to, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
It's something that we should look up to.
Yeah, I mean, well groomed. I mean, anybody who's well groomed will look nice, pretty on the eyes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the next one. Since we're talking about K-pop and we're talking about BTS, and I'm trying to slip in reels.
Because reels is also a social trend that has happened of late, especially during the pandemic. I think pandemic is something that helped reels grow and helped K-pop grow, at least in India. I mean,
Definitely.
I've
Since
seen.
actually it has been due to the ban of since the ban of TikTok.
Yes, yes. I think
Instagram very cleverly. I would kudos to Instagram team. They rolled out reels, and I am a huge fan of it.
I was never on. I think I was exposed to reels because I was already there on the platform on Instagram. I was never on TikTok. I was not planning to be there on TikTok. I am not there on Snapchat. थोड़ा मेहनत ज़्यादा है. So so I think
I even it's not just our generation who was socially liking TikTok.
a
For
lot.
a matter of fact, even our mothers, they used to love scrolling and watching.
My
and
mother was
friends,
not.
chatting
Yeah.
with our
A lot of people, like from, like our parents' generation, were having a lot of fun just exploring TikTok.
TikTok, yes.
And when it got banned, I think yes, as you said, Instagram made a good decision to roll out reels. So reels became a trend.
Yeah, even celebrities like Nick Jonas. I have seen him posting, when since the Jonas Brothers were back, I saw their reels and all of those things. And since we're talking about Nick Jonas, where do you stand with the latest? It's not a trend, but recently, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas getting married, and there's an age gap, and people used to talk about it. Like, how do you stand?
Talk
like,
bad about
talk
it.
bad about it. Where do you stand with would you want to date a person who's, or your opinion as to 10 years younger or elder to you, 5 years younger, where do you stand with that?
I don't know, because I think a lot of factors would go. Age is not something that I would base dating on. I think you need to click with the other person. You need to have a certain vibe.
Wavelength.
Yeah.
Wavelength.
Going on.
Compatibility.
Yeah. So compatibility, I think, has nothing to do with age. I think it has to do with your mental maturity and where you stand as a human being and how open you are to growth and evolving. Apart from that, I think dating in itself is a trend right now. If you're not dating, then you are not cool, if you know what I mean. But yeah,
Okay.
keep telling yourself that. But yeah, and that sort of is causing a lot of pressure on people who are not dating. So which is why people are making all sorts of wrong decisions and dating whosoever and howsoever, ऐसे mindlessly, which I think is not that good for your emotional and mental health. I mean, this is my personal opinion. I don't know. So बाकी जनता का क्या scene है?
Would you I agree to whatever you're saying, but would you think in a certain way that people or men your age, let's say, are more or less mature than men, someone who's younger?
I'm not saying that men.
Are you implying that?
No, so I think I'm not implying that at all. What I'm saying is that with dating, I mean, at least people like in their 20s, women in their 20s, initially they were looking like, ऐसे कुछ समय पहले, they were looking at men who would provide for them financially, right now I think women don't need to be provided for financially.
Agreed.
They want somebody who would support them mentally, emotionally, physically.
Who are,
and
let's say, more mature and ready for that kind of responsibility. I would say.
yeah, and I think that is something very, very underrated. Like, having a partner who would be there for you emotionally and mentally, for your mental.
I also think that, like, some sort of, like, I'm not a fan of Gen Zs, or not fan or not a fan, but I would say the upcoming generation is more mature, and in the sense of, like, acceptance as to there is no age shaming, there's no primitive age shaming, or
I think
that kind of
because it has become a little more common for them also. I also feel dating older men and dating older women has become a trend, because I read this survey. I'm forgetting the name of the institution which did that survey, but I think there was 81% of women were open to dating men who are 10 years younger to them, and about 90% of men were okay to date a woman who is like 10 years elder to them, which is cool, I think. I mean, as long as you're up for it and you are happy doing it. Like, about there was this survey that had happened, and there was a quote in that survey as well, that said that so say suppose you are dating, when you are in the dating scene and when you are looking for a partner, as is finding somebody with whom you vibe is going to be difficult.
True.
Right? Now you factor in age into that, it is going to be all the more difficult, and you are making your pool smaller. I mean, you're not adding to it.
Like, men don't do that.
Men don't do that, yes.
Completely judging in this scenario.
And why should women? And plus, it is a discussion because women have started dating men. Yeah, men have started dating
that
women.
is why it's a discussion of social trend.
Had it been a man being elder and the woman being younger in the relationship, it would
it's
not
completely all right.
Because my mother is 8 years younger to my dad, and it has never been up for discussion. But had it been vice versa, it would have been discussed, like, at least every year, if not more. So yeah, that's the case. And I think if you find somebody, don't factor in age. Just go with them, vibe with them, and if you do vibe them, just follow through. Believe in love and not numbers, genders.
And not numbers, and not judging them on based of age.
Yes.
And then, like, I am completely judging people who are judging others for their age. Like, it's
That
ironic,
happens.
but heck yes.
That happens. That does happen. That's that guy is dating somebody who's older, and people are shamed also on it. So
Like, it's not just age, let's say, and it, like, if we are talking about social trends, we need to stop doing this. We are judging people on based off their eating habits, or what they are doing, or you're starting something at this age, in your 30s, in your 20s.
I think you're going to be judged either ways, because judgment is not something that you can control. It is something that the other person or the other individual is in control of. So judgment is something that is always going to be there. For instance, you are going to be judged the way you look, for what you wear, for doing a podcast, for choosing a career.
Any sort of change. Whereas,
anything that is not their normal, they will judge you for it. So and might as well be okay with it. People are judging people for what they're eating also.
Yes,
something
like,
as fundamental as
being
food.
a vegetarian, me being a vegetarian. I'm not saying, like, thank God we are not judging each other for that, but there are people, vegetarians judging non-vegetarians, or non-vegetarians
A lot, yes. And because I've seen both sides of the spectrum, because I come from a family who eats a variation of non-vegetarian food and enjoys it, and me and my brother, we choosing to stay vegetarian. So in a family like that, So I've seen both sides of the spectrum, and I've seen both sides of. I mean, I've seen vegetarians judge non-vegetarians and make all sorts of comments, and I've seen non-vegetarians judge vegetarians because I've experienced this. कि घास ही खाती रहती है. You just eat grass. Are you a
Which is
cow?
very wrong. I like it's wrong.
I have also been, oh my god, the cringiest thing that I can remember right now. It's off topic. So somebody asked me, "What's your son's?" And I said, "Leo." Says, "Okay, why are you a vegetarian? Have you ever? Have
Oh
you
my
ever?
God.
Have you ever? Yes. Have you ever seen a lion eat grass? This is. I mean, okay, that's a new low. Okay.
I would have been like, get a life. Like, what's wrong
So
with you?
yeah,
Why
I
judging
mean
me?
there are people who are like that, but that is like, okay, more power to you. God bless your soul.
Like coming back to the social trends, like like with respect to eating
Eating,
habits,
veganism.
you got me, girl.
So yeah, veganism is a trend.
Because, like,
It's a.
would you, like, where do you stand with it? Would you consider
I'm
it
not
as of
against.
now?
I'm not against it. Being a vegetarian, I completely agree when a vegan person says that it's difficult to find vegan food. But then because it's become a trend, there are a lot of dishes that restaurants have tried to include in their menus. So I am not totally. I mean, I am not planning to turn vegan. If
As
that
of now, you're
as of
not.
now, but it's a lifestyle choice.
I think let's say what you want to eat is something that is personal to you, but we can definitely discuss as to the pros and cons of what you're eating, what is going inside of you, the contents, the nutrition value.
Which has become
That is something that is up for discussion.
and that is also a trend these days because because people are hyper aware of what they're putting inside their body, like what calorie count and
Especially people who are gymming.
gymming is also a trend these days. So I think it's good to be aware of what is going inside of you, and in a not in a micro sort of way, but like as a whole, you should reduce. For instance, everybody is different, and there could be people who need sugar, and there could be people who should not eat sugar. So like, for instance, because that's one example that is out there, so sugar and sugary foods is something that a lot of people are asked to cut from their diet.
Yeah.
Because it is causing, for people like me suffering from like an autoimmune, so it causes inflammation, unnecessary inflammation. So anybody would advise, the first thing they would advise you is to cut down something that is causing inflammation in your body, so sugar being one of them. So yeah, it's a lifestyle choice. If you want to make it, you make it. If you don't want to make it, you don't want to make it.
Your eating habits, your choices, but
It's
of
just-
course, if
it's-
it's helping your lifestyle, why
Yes,
not?
and I think I would if this is a trend, I would want it to become a constant, and I would want people to
And
be,
I would actually want the gymming trend. If you're gymming, if you're flexing, if you're gymming for your fitness, in my opinion, that's a flex. If
So
you're gymming
I-
just to flex, then I think
I also
probably reconsider.
I advocate movement, any sort of movement. I am not working out myself.
Yeah.
I want to.
I want you to.
I want to. I'm not working out myself as of now, but then that does not mean that I'm not including any sort of, even if it's stretching, I have to do. I would advocate that, like, because it's going to add something to my life. So yeah,
Like, of course, talking about fitness, gymming, or let's say taking care of yourself, or lifestyle choices. And there are a lot of reels also, if you're coming back to that topic, there are a lot of reels related to that. And, people are also turning their, like, there's this page, Dance Fitness. Shoot out to.
I don't know. I
so
don't
they
know.
are inculcating dance and fitness together. So there are
Which
reels
is-
which relate to dance. So I think probably I'm trying to sell dance here, Yasha, and we should do dance reels too. Trending.
Am I not doing enough already for your reels?
You are, but to see if I'm able to sell it really hard, the dancing reels to Yasha, you need to follow our Instagram account
No, not
and
happening.
see
Not
who
happening.
wins this argument
Not happening.
or a discussion, not an
happening.
argument, or a discussion. And I think that's it for today, and you should probably check out our Instagram page to see where this discussion ends or where this discussion goes. Thank you for listening to us, and
Listen to our podcast on all the podcast platforms. Subscribe on the YouTube channel and follow the podcast.
all subscribe on the YouTube, follow Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Podcast.
Amazon Music, Google Podcast.
Everything, everywhere.
Not
Just
sorry for my slip of tongue. Like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please leave in comments if you have any sort of, let's say, suggestions for us with regard to the podcast or a topic or a social trend that we missed. Comment.
you can also write to us. I mean,
Yeah.
just like that. Write
Yeah.
to us, and the email, everything is going to be listed below. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Thank you for listening to us. I think that's it for today.
we'll be
And bye,
seeing you soon.
sisters. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.